Hi, Cherry, and welcome to the Eyes Have It. I decided to do a spur of the moment tag today. It is the More Than Makeup Let's Get Personal tag. And I saw it and was tagged by the retro Anti-Ager, Sarah, but the original tag was from her friend Shannon. She linked her friend Shannon, and I will try to remember to link her friend Shannon and Sarah. Okay, first question. Oops, sorry. What is your favorite thing about where you live? Well, the beach. Duh. I love the beach. And also, I love the casual attitude here. You know, like I like to dress up. I lived in DC area for 37 years. I own a lot of, nice clothes, going out clothes, going to work clothes. I wore suits and stuff like that. But here, like, it's hard to get really dressed up because nobody gets dressed up. But I still like it. Number two, who in your life inspires you the most? Um, Easy answer. Actually, I'm going to use three. All three of my immediate family members. My mother, because my mother was the first manager in a ball bearing factory during her career. And, it was a men's business. And she was the first female manager. She's a tough broad. And she went through a lot. But I'm very, very proud of her. And she gave me great career advice. My older brother has stage 4 liver cancer. I've been fighting it 2 years now, doing really well. My younger brother is the strong but silent type, and he's also had cancer and beat it. Three, what are you afraid of? Um, Definitely afraid of dementia. I've talked about that before. I'm afraid of being a strong, independent woman who's lived alone nearly all of her life. I am afraid of any disease or condition where I'm alive in here and fully functional in here, but nobody knows it. Yeah, that would be really scary. Number four, what's the one thing you wish you could tell your teenage self? Oh Lord. I was such a doormat when I was young, and I was severely introverted and shy. And so I think I would tell myself, you do you, babe. And, be who you are and always be true. I was always true to who I am, and I was always true to my ideals. But, yeah, I was a doormat, and I did not respect myself enough, so I would tell myself that. Number five. What's something people would be surprised to learn about you? Well, if you're old enough, you may remember there was a big craze. I want to say it was in the 80s with lip syncing. And there was even a TV show contest called Putting on the Hits, I believe. And I actually did lip syncing in a nightclub for money. I was damn good at it. Okay, number six. How do you relax and de-stress? Games. I'm a big game person. I love coming home at the end of the day. Well, I don't work anymore, but I mean, I love coming home after I've been out and tired and stuff and just sitting down and playing a game. Any kind of game. I have all kinds of games, card games, um, uh, war games, all kinds of games. And also sitting at the beach. Just sitting on the beach under an umbrella and hearing the gulls and the waves. Oh, nothing like it. Number 7, why do you love makeup? Easy. Creative expression. It's my way to express who I am through makeup. And, a lot of other people have other creative outlets. And I used to write. I wrote my entire life. I don't know why. When I retired, I just stopped writing. And I don't know if it's because I didn't need to anymore, because maybe writing earlier in my life when I was working was a catharsis that I don't need anymore because I have no stress. I don't know. Number 8. Who is the first YouTuber you can remember watching? Emily Noel 83 and Candy Johnson. 9. Tell us a favorite childhood memory. Wow. That's hard. I guess just in general, Christmas, and I used to always insist as a child that I would stay up for Santa. And Dad always made sure that we put out cookies and milk for Santa. And so I would say, okay, I'm going to wait up for Santa. So I'm going to sit on the sofa by the tree and I'm going to wait for Santa. And then, of course, I would fall asleep. And next thing I know, I would wake up over my daddy's shoulder, my head on daddy's shoulder, and he would go put me back in my bed. And then he and Mom would get busy, getting Christmas together. Number 10. What's your favorite book? Or if you're not a reader, movie. I love books and movies. Favorite book? Golly, that's hard. Well, I just went to see Ready Player One yesterday for the second time at the movies. The book of that was fantastic. If you were a child of the 80s, if you were really into movies and TV, and especially if you were into gaming in the 80s, Ready Player One is fabulous. I'm really reading a really good book now. I think I'm finally over halfway. Lord, it must be a long book. I'm reading it on the Kindle. And it's called The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. And it's about a family that moves to Alaska. I mean, in Alaska wilderness. Trying to make a new life. And a lot of stuff happens. And I'm only halfway through, so I don't know what all else is going to happen. Movie, let me think, what's my favorite movie of the year so far? Ready Player One. I'm sure I've seen some others. Just can't remember. I read a lot of books. I read nonfiction. I read literary fiction. I read regular fiction. I read a little science fiction. What else do I read? I guess that's about it. So that's the tag. And I will link Shannon and Sarah's links in the description box. Thank you, Sarah. I think Sarah tagged me. Either Sarah tagged me or I volunteered to do the tag. I don't remember which. But I think Sarah tagged me. Okay, thanks, Sarah. And take care, everyone. Be you well. And always, just be yourself. Don't be me when I was little and not have self-confidence. You have to love yourself before you can love other people. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. So being about you and for you is not a bad thing. We've been raised as women. We've been raised to think that that's a bad thing. And it's not. I love myself. I believe in myself. And I've come a long way through a long battleground to get to where I am today and feel the way I do about myself. So I just totally believe that we've been taught to think it's egotistical and selfish to think of ourselves. It's not. It really isn't. If you aren't your best self and you're taking care of a family, then you can't take care of them as well as you could if you get your own house in order first. Bye. Sorry, everything is shaking. I got a lap board on my lap and a box on top of that to get it the right height. There's my plant. There's my geraniums that are hopefully going to be going outside if we ever get spring taken care of. Bye. Yes, Missy, I hear you.